Hello, everybody. Ketchi1380 you with Ketchi Gaming with episode 90 of the Epic Store free games. This week is Sail Forth. It is an indie game developed by Festive Vector, released back in July 2020 on all the major platforms back then. So it's classified as an adventure game, indie game, shooter game. Looks like it had one designer, David Evans. I really never even heard of this game. A lot of these games I don't even hear about until Epic releases them. There's just so many games out there, not enough time to play a lot of them. Anyways, you basically start off after this, I guess, sort of cutscene in a boat that's kind of in shambles. So then you see someone off in the distance, you go and sail to them, and they upgrade your boat as well as repair it. And from there, you set off on, I guess, your basic adventure. And it sort of tells you an island to go to, and you get a cannon. So, the thing that bothers me about this game is not that you try and sail with the wind, that's natural. I thought it was kind of neat they actually had oars pop out in case you wanted to go against the wind. The problem with this game is this came out, like I said, back in 2020. And at that point, I've actually played Sea of Thieves before this was released. So I have a bit of a comparison for that, as well as, let's say, The Wind Waker. And it feels like in some weird attempt to not be like either one of those games, they have some really kind of clunky boat controls. In that, the biggest problem that they have is in order to turn in any shape or form, you have to have some form of forward movement or backwards movement. And that's where the problem lies. It just takes the game forever to get going, especially with the oars. I mean, you can use a sail, but it can easily just take you off in a heartbeat. And if you want to just go a short little distance using the oars, it takes a while for that to build up speed, and sometimes it goes too fast because eventually it does build up speed. But then, like I said, you're running into the problem where you can't go unless you have forward momentum, which seems like a really odd choice for this game. And probably not the best choice either, at least not in my opinion, and by any shape or form. And that was particularly kind of reared its ugly head in terms of that sort of game design decision when I was doing the shooting gallery sort of, I guess, level that I found, or part of the ocean. Part of the issue I was having with this is I only had one cannon. Turns out I had more than one on me that I didn't know about, which would have helped. But the biggest issue is actually navigating the boat. As you can see here, just getting caught on this tiny little itty bitty shaft of the where the target's located, I got stuck. And instead of just rolling forward and brushing up against it and pushing past, you were stuck. And then you have a very slow backwards row. And then just getting the boat to actually row at a decent pace or even turn with the oars, I might add, because oars are supposed to make it so you can maneuver. It just made it exceptionally difficult, more than it felt like it should be for a game this kind of cartoony in nature. I mean, it's not the worst that I've seen. It's simplistic for a very good reason, but the way you navigate the boat just detracts from the whole entire experience altogether. And it took multiple tries to finally figure out that I could do it. I had to add additional cannons to be able to do it. But it took a while. It took longer than I cared for. And the whole entire navigation of this boat just detracts from the whole entire thing. I mean, just simply making it so I could just turn in the water would make this so much better. Just that one simple little thing. And I guess another aspect of it is you go to islands, but you don't get off your ship. You're just on your ship the whole entire time. And you talk to people by just hitting the space bar, and they have requests or other things that you can do. There's like no point at all to going to these islands. It's just constant open water, and you shoot things on the islands with your cannons to open them up, and that's how you collect them, by just getting in proximity to them. So there really isn't much going on. I mean, it's an indie game, and I usually go easy on them. But when I have games back as like I said, Sea of Thieves, The Wind Waker, where they already had sailing down, and then they make this weird, awkward, clunky sort of experience. I'm just, I don't know. It's not the worst game out there, but it wasn't fun. It was frustrating to deal with the awkward sailing, and then the just sailing around islands, collecting wood to repair my ship. I mean, if you want to give it a try, it's free until Thursday, the 18th of January at 10 a.m. Central Time. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Have a good one.